Milwaukee's Fire and Police Commission is meeting right now to talk about the process being used to hire the city's next police chief.
Meanwhile, Sean Gallagher has been profiling each of the finalists, and tonight he is talking with the next candidate from Portland, Oregon, about how he plans to address racial disparities here in our city.
I'll be talking to the 6 candidates about a variety of topics, but they will all be answering the same 3 questions about their work experience within communities of color, what they're doing to promote social and racial justice issues within those communities, and why they want to come here to Milwaukee. Today, we'll be talking with Deputy Chief Chris Davis from Portland, Oregon.
I have a lot to offer the city of Milwaukee in that role to, again, take us from the conversation to the action.
Deputy Chief Chris Davis says not only is Milwaukee's chief of police job better professionally, his interest has personal reasons as well.
Wisconsin is home to Mrs. Davis. She's from upstate near Green Bay. We have family that who lives in the metro area there in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, however, is much different than Portland. Here, our African-American population is near 40%. In Portland, it's less than 6%. But Davis feels his experience in working with communities of color will translate.
I think the most important thing that we need to be doing as a profession is rebuilding and in some cases building the trust in all of the different communities that we serve.
Davis says he helped create a neighborhood safety coalition in an African-American section of Portland, and he says that helped cut violent crime nearly in half. And Davis went above his duties in uniform, creating a basketball league with officers and kids.
A few weeks into this program, there's a disturbance call one night involving a group of youth out in the neighborhood, and things weren't going all that well between the people involved and the officers until one of the officers who participated in those basketball games showed up, and one of the kids recognized that officer, and it defused the whole situation.
According to the ACLU, African Americans in Portland are arrested for marijuana possession at a rate more than 3 times higher than white people. Davis says that's a problem he's worked to change.
To divert people whose real problem was addictions into either addiction treatment or at least harm reduction programming.
Even as a white man who has worked the majority of his career in a white city, he feels he can bring equity to the city of Milwaukee and its police department.
We've got to get it right, and especially in a city like Milwaukee.
Deputy Chief Davis says he is also a big supporter of more transparency within the department. He says they need to make every effort to get video out to the public as soon as possible, even if it doesn't paint the department in the best light. The Milwaukee Fire and Police Commission tells me they expect to have a decision on the next chief of police here in Milwaukee by December 3rd. In Milwaukee, Sean Gallagher, TMJ4 News.
All right, Sean, thank you. And to see the other profiles of the finalists for Milwaukee's next police chief, simply download the TMJ4 app on Roku. From there, just scroll through top stories and find the story on your screen.